Edgar Wright can do no wrong. Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Smiley, and today I am really excited to be talking with you guys about Baby Driver. Now, I know this came out quite a few months ago, but it just came out to digital a week or two ago. I don't exactly remember. I just got the opportunity to see it. I don't like going to the theaters all that much, so I usually wait for most things to come out onto digital or Blu-ray or whatever, and I see things that way. So, Baby Driver is written and directed by the legendary Edgar Wright, who is one of the best filmmakers who is alive today. I mean, he has made so many great movies. Basically just everything he's made is greatness, and you should watch it. Short list of what comes to mind of what he's made is Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead, The World's End. So, I mean, with a list like that, come on, did you really expect this movie to be bad? No. So, of course it's not. It's one of the greatest movies I've seen this year. Holy shit. This is such a fun fucking movie, and it never lets up from the very first scene. Okay, let me take it back a bit. Let me take it back just a little step back. So Baby Driver follows Baby, played by Ansel Elgort, who's a driver for this mob guy who does bank heists and stuff like that, and he is just fucking great. First of all, Ansel Elgort is fantastic as Baby. He's one of the strongest parts of this movie, and seeing as I can't really think of a weak part other than like maybe one or two moments with his girlfriend. Everything in this movie is very strong, and he's one of the strongest parts of it. He's a getaway driver, and holy shit. The choreography in some of these driving sequences, with the mixture of the music and the stunts, it's honestly just some of the most beautiful filmmaking I've ever seen. It's truly spectacular. I really love how Edgar Wright went about making this movie, mixing the action scenes with music. That's kind of the gimmick of this movie. I don't want to call it a gimmick because it doesn't feel like a gimmick as you're watching it, but I have described it to some people and they've said, oh, so that's a kind of a gimmick, and I'm like, just watch the movie. It's done so well, and just, it feels so right in every action scene. It doesn't really take you out of the movie at all. It puts you more into it, if anything. Kevin Spacey plays the bad guy. I don't really want to call him the bad guy. He's kind of the bad guy, but he's also kind of not the bad guy, but no spoilers here, but he is also really spectacular in his role. And everyone is. I mean, there are a few people who are only on screen for a few minutes, like John Bernthal or Jamie Foxx. Both of those characters are only on screen for a little bit, but they do a really great job with what they're given. I was really happy to see them in the movie, because they are two great actors. I do love them. John Hamm is in this movie. He's really cool, okay? He is a badass. I've always thought he's a badass. I really liked him in the White Christmas Black Mirror special. He was super cool in that, and he does a great job here too, so I mean, good job all around. I don't remember the name of the girl who plays Baby's girlfriend. She's very good in this movie. Like I said earlier, there's maybe one or two scenes where it feels like maybe it wasn't the strongest dialogue, but at the same time when I was rewatching it, I kind of felt like I had those conversations before, so you know what? I'm not gonna nick points off of it for the two scenes in my first watch where I was like, I don't know if that's right. And then upon every single subsequent rewatch, I was like, it's fine. So I'm not going to take points off for that. In fact, I don't think I'm going to be taking any points off this movie because, guys, we have it. We have a 10 out of 10 for this year. Damn, I'm so happy it gets to be an Edgar Wright movie. And you know what? It gets a 10 out of 10 with every other Edgar Wright movie. So, yeah, 10 out of 10. Goddamn. Holy shit, this was a great movie. I highly recommend you go see it. If you haven't yet, it's available on iTunes, Google Play, and I don't know, where else do you buy digital movies? Wherever else you buy digital movies, and then it's coming out to Blu-ray, I don't know, in a week or two, I don't fucking know. But watch this fucking movie. I highly recommend it. If you can watch it in 4K with HDR, I highly recommend that too, because oh my gosh, there are some scenes where Edgar Wright is just played with the colors to the point of just absolute gorgeousness. I don't want to spoil anything for you visually or story-wise, so if you have the opportunity, see it in 4K HDR when that version comes out on Blu-ray, or I think iTunes has it in 4K. Google doesn't have it in 4K, so fuck you, Google, for that. I actually do have a rant I want to do, not in this video, but later on, maybe later this week or next week, about Google's 4K selection versus Apple's 4K selection. Hint, it's not looking good for Google. And then I also have a series of reviews leading up up to Halloween that I'm very excited for, so do keep an eye out for that. Make sure you subscribe so you see those first. And as always, guys, leave a like on this video if you liked it, leave a dislike if you didn't like it, and leave me a comment down below letting me know what your favorite Edgar Wright movie is. Or what your favorite driving movie is if you haven't seen any Edgar Wright movies. Although, I mean, if you haven't seen any Edgar Wright movies, you might be the problem. I'm kidding. But seriously, grab them all, do a binge night, you'll thank me later. Trust me. So guys, again, thank you very much for watching. Hope you all have an amazing week, and as always, keep it kosher. Peace.